Hey everyone, happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good day today. We are staying busy here at the Stone House. I've been doing a little food fixing this morning. I can't really call it cooking, but I made some deviled eggs, I made some custard, a couple things like that. Makes me feel accomplished in the kitchen. Jeff is washing our windows. We've not done that since we moved in. And they're looking so pretty. But he's using a squeegee thing. So if you hear any weird squealing sounds like, I don't know, an animal in pain or something, that's what that is. Don't worry. It's just the squeegee. So, this is a press pot. I'm making some tea. Some decaf mango something tea. Anyway, we got this press pot on our honeymoon. So we've had it for 24 years. I like it. So making me a little tea to have while I'm talking to you. And let's see if I can pour without making a mess. Here. So far, so good. So anyway, have you been thinking about your month-to-month goals that I mentioned last time? I have. And they've changed a little bit, honey, for the tea. So, again, please excuse any weird sounds that you might hear. So far, so good. So I have 3 things for the months coming up. This month, next month, and December. And I'm not sure I'm going to do them 1 month at a time. Maybe doing them kind of overlapping as we go along. But let me see. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. I need to clean out my closets and purge and kind of reorganize. So I'm going to be doing that. I have an appointment for a phone conversation with a lady who might edit my book for me. So that's coming up this afternoon. Y'all can be praying about that. And if it's after Saturday when you see this, you go ahead and pray anyway, because God is not constrained by time. So he already knows if you're going to pray. So just do it. So that's exciting. So I may be able to send my book to her and get some good feedback on that and be able to edit it so I can get it done this year. That's the plan. And then the other thing is I started a Facebook page for social workers who are in the hurricane recovery area. And that came about as I was up early this morning, not sleeping a lot, scrolling through Facebook like you do when you're up in the middle of the night. And I'm in a social work group where social workers can just come to ask questions or vent or support one another, that kind of thing. And a lady posted on there, and she posted anonymously. She said that she was asking for prayers. She had a full caseload to get back to starting tomorrow. And she is just overwhelmed. She doesn't know what to do. Her home is okay. They have power back, but everything around them is devastated. And of course, they will feel the effects of that in many ways over the next weeks and months. And I know all too well what that's like. So it's been 4 years, actually, this next week. Monday will be 4 years since Michael hit. And that is not long enough to be away from it. So I responded back to her, and it's one of those things. I look at it and I just feel like maybe it was just a nudge, or just God let me see that post so I could respond to it, and I just kind of felt led to respond. So I sent her a response to that. I didn't know who it was at the time, and I told her who I was and that I had gone through Hurricane Michael up here and understood some of what she was going through. And I told her about the post that I had done daily for a while on Facebook, and that I had them in a book, and offered to send her a copy if she would like. And she immediately responded and sent me her address and asked me to send her a book. So I did. I got that in the mail to her today, and hopefully she'll get it in the next few days. I have no idea what the mail service is going to be like down there. She lives in Naples, but I'm hoping that it will be encouraging for her. And as I thought about her and how many other social workers there are in South Florida in those areas affected, and loads of them, hundreds of them probably, I thought, okay, I'm not going down there to help, but maybe this is what I can do to help. And so they won't be the same kinds of posts because I'm not going through that with them right now. But I'm just going to post a short little something every morning, so they'll have something if they want to come to. And here comes the husband. There goes the husband. He has earbuds in, so he can't hear anything, even when I'm talking to him. I just pointed at the camera. So anyway, that was kind of a neat little moment with God this morning, a little kind of nudging to do something. So I don't know, maybe nobody will come to it, and if they don't, that's fine. But maybe 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 will come and just be encouraged every day. So I'm going to do that. So that's one of my things to do from now through the end of the year. And I think those 3 things are going to give me a lot to work on. The book, if I send it to this lady to edit, I think she will get started at the end of October, so I should get it back sometime in November. And then I'll be making revisions and corrections and polishing and things like that. So I'm not sure of the exact timeline. So that's why I haven't really set myself a specific, here he comes again, the specific timeline for that. So if you hear the spritzing, I don't know if that was a good view or not. He's making our windows sparkle. They look so pretty. So that's what we're doing today. And I hope that you're having a good day. Hope you've got some things that you want to accomplish by the end of the year. Thank you, baby. He just curtsied. He's fun. That's good. Okay, Um, so it's been a busy week, and but it's been a good week, and I am learning to step back from things that I have planned when things change, like my little list. I know that I want to get some things done and they'll just make me feel better if I can do them. But my plans for those things changed a bit, and I'm okay with that. I don't feel like I'm not going to try to do NaNoWriMo this year because I just don't think I could do it. And so, but I do want to do some writing. So those are, I will plan to do that in November, and it maybe even start now because there's a specific thing that I want to work on to get some things going maybe for next year. And I have just some other ideas about things I want to do, some creative kind of things. I told Jeff that for my birthday and Christmas, I want to get a nice little camera so I can start learning some photography. There's some really neat night skies around here, beautiful night skies. And I try to take a picture with my phone, but it's not a great phone for those kind of pictures. I just end up getting lots of light and I don't get a lot of clarity. And so I want to learn how to take some better pictures because I also want to be able to use some of those pictures in some cards that I want to make that I have some ideas for. So I'm gonna get a camera and try to start learning some of that. And I may go to Hot Glass here in Panama City and take a glass blowing class. They'll let you go and show you how to do it. It's one, I guess, 3 or 4 hour class, and you can make something. So I may try that. We'll see. Anyway, in my Bible readings today, out of my Jesus Calling, one of the scriptures is from Jeremiah 31:3, and it says, "I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with loving kindness." And the write-up of that says this: "I love you with an everlasting love. The human mind cannot comprehend my constancy. Your emotions flicker and falter in the face of varying circumstances." That's true for sure, isn't it? "And you tend to project your fickle feelings onto me. Thus, you do not benefit fully from my unfailing love." I think that is such an important thing to remember. We do tend to project our own emotional stuff onto God. If we feel like we've had a bad day, then God must have had a rough day with us. Or whatever, God must be very disappointed and he's going to hold something against us and he's going to hold a grudge and I messed up, so, he's going to be mad. And when we do that, we do cut ourselves off from the way he really loves us, which is unconditionally and full of grace. And yes, he expects us to do our best and to call on him for strength, but he knows we're going to mess up. So he's not disappointed because he's not expecting anything else but for us to mess up. And so there's a lot of freedom if we can get to that place where we stop projecting our own emotional stuff onto God and just realize that he's not even buffeted by that at all, not moved by that 1 inch. Then we can stop worrying about whether he still loves us as much today as he did yesterday. And that's important because every day we need to know without a doubt that we are loved 100%, not because of what we do, not because we're good, but because God made us and we are his children and he loves us. And there's no explanation for the way he loves. There's no comparison for it. There's no real way to explain it or draw a picture of it. We don't have anything in this world that compares to it. So, but we do have the promise of it and the assurance of it. So if you need that scripture, it's Jeremiah 31:3. I have loved you with an everlasting love. And he still does. So, take that with you this week. Make your list if you haven't done it. And if you want to, share what you're wanting to do, we will encourage you and support you and cheer for you as you do it. So I hope you have a great week, and I will be back next week, maybe with some more tea, but definitely with clean, sparkly windows. I love it. Have a great week. Watch some Alabama football tonight. We're going to do that. Maybe have a little good something to eat, a little something. And just enjoy the rest of your day and your day of worship tomorrow. I'll see you next week. Bye.